Greetings, Jedi Traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for Wednesday, Week 7, Day 3, February 15th, 2017. As always, please seek financial advice when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only, to support your knowledge in the market and see what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. Welcome, new viewers, if we have any today, to the 20-minute perspective of the markets where they are technically currently. What levels might be we looking upside to tonight, Globex, and tomorrow as well? We'll look at that in the morning, 15 minutes prior, as we do each day on the pre-market trend by Jedi Traders. There it is, out of this week. Count them, 1, 2, and that's right, 3 record highs, including the 3 from last week. So that pushes it up to 6 out of the last 10 days. We have been pushing the markets to all-time highs. It doesn't matter what you think the reason might be. With caution, as I mentioned, on the momentum outlook over the weekend, but the fact that we continue upside. Now, I was calling out for that VIX. I think a lot of people were out of money on that one. September, I keep saying September. February 15th, strike calls. There was 1 million plus interest at the 2023, maybe a hedge insurance on these long positions while they were out. Lost that. So we roll in. VIX was up today, closing upside. So kind of some screwy charts today, but the idea is, and as it is every day, if you're on the move and you decide to play in the sandbox, use the trend to keep you in. Use the candles. Make it simple. Don't worry about all different interpretations of dojis and reversals and all kinds of candles. Just keep it simple. Heikin Ashi bars keeps you in the trend. That's it. All right, let's jump into pre-market trend this morning, as we saw 15 minutes before. Actually, let's jump right in to the Globex last night. This was the Globex session there, midnight open, price action already running up. It didn't stay like that. It had a nice little pullback actually overnight with the London Open. London Open pulling back the market a little bit, but it was all upside to push those record highs up today. All right, so with the AM session, we again, lots of econ highlights for today. CPI, Yellen, Fed speakers on testimony, all about what's going to happen in March. What's going to happen in March? How many rate hikes are we going to get? Does it matter? It don't matter to this intraday trader just wanting to see where the setups will be. So there was our Globex session, up, down, with a current price about 52.56. We were looking upside at 53.52 upside. So let's stick to the higher numbers because that's exactly where we went. So if we're not seeing them here on the range chart, we can't see them on the 60-minute or 15-minute, well, we got to go to the 4-hour chart, go to the higher time frame, see where those upper levels are, and we'll take a look at that today. But that's exactly around where we went. I'm sorry, we didn't get to 53.52, but at least 53.13. Let me pull that up again. So 52.70, so there it was on the 60-minute chart. But if you don't have those levels, like we'll see here in a moment on the ES, that's where in particular we would go to the 4-hour chart. So 53.1250 upside here today, as we just managed to get to that. I should say we managed to get that right in the after hours trading. So nice move on the NQ. All right. Taking a look at the ES as we do each morning as well. 23.33 was the current price. We were already in a slight downtrend, and after an up-down night, Globex session, upside we were looking at 23.44 and 23.52. We know we finished upside, so here's the example that I was mentioning. 4-hour chart is what you need to go to after seeing on a 60-minute chart, no levels. 15-minute chart, nope. So we're looking for the pullback. But if the pullback's not there, we got to go to the higher time frames to see any upper levels that we might be looking at. So taking a look at the record high recaps, there it was. Indices, super trend, NQ leading today, followed by ES. There's our VIX close up, most sectors in the green. Econ highlights pointed out there with a couple of news pieces. Really, was it about POTUS Trump mentioning about the tax code that H&R Block will not be happy? Maybe, maybe not. But it don't matter. Markets ran, and that's once again, the lesson. If Heikin Ashi candles are in trend, let the bias go of that overbought sense, and were too high, and let that go, and you should be okay if you're going to play. All right, so let's go ahead to the chart to see where we're at. Daily gap here, still amazing run. Yes, amazing run. There it is, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, ES, NQ, and YM across the board here. We do have those open gaps remaining below. Markets at some point will come out and close those. Until that time, we remain in an uptrend, and that's exactly where we sit. Taking a look at the AD lines today, a little disconcerting there on the NQ there. Price action again, thinking that we might have run it up even higher with the price action we got today, but a lot of flatness in the PM session here as price action continued to move upside. A little bit of stall here at the 45, tapped the negative 45 downside, never looked downside after that. Again, YM here holding to the pivot by the end of the session, and S&P up to the outlier, 250. Nice move. Let's take a look at some of the key charts today. Again, ES at the Globex Open, there it was, nice move up over the Globex. We mentioned that there on the first picture where the all three indices there, they were upside on the NQ, YM to the Globex high, forming that, and midnight open. And then the ES rolling it up, and there was London session bringing it down pre-market, and there we were starting out. Again, market open a little bit tough here. Couple candles got going here, long signal above the VWAP. A little bit of caution here. Again, if you had gotten caught up in that, your stop would have been at the swing size. You've been okay. But 51.44 had not really established itself until a little bit later on. So you might have even let that whole first move go until there was a pullback, which we'll show you here in a little bit. But that three indices finally got their pop about post 1 hour of the market. So a little bit of pullback. You held off. No reason to jump in early. You had Yellen testimony, you had a couple Fed speakers out, you had some core data out, and so finally after the pullback we got the runaway signal. Euro closed moving up, and all three indices just took it away. Now, one of the concerns that I had here at some point was, yeah, this isn't what we usually see. We don't see the three indices running up on our screen share, and then on the top row, 6E, 6J, the yen, and the GC also running up. Crude independently of itself after post EIA report, but hey, three up in the green, just don't stay that way. And sure enough, the top three came down, and we just ran away as price action on the ES. There was the second best move of the first best move of the session on the lift after the initial what would we say, first 45 minutes to an hour. Finally, price action 50 above the 144. We pull back 50%, and that's pretty much all the ES could get out of the market. And so she continued to run. There it was, pull back 50%, VWAP support. Mid-session got the little lift. And then through the, through the PM session, continued to push up even higher. And last hour just kept pushing up and up, hiking Ashi bars to keep you in trend. 51.44 support, VWAP. Keep it simple on the chart, and you have yourself a full session to close it out. Upside, ES at the highs, 23.50 plus some change here at the last 30 minutes. All right, YM again, similar picture. Upside here, nice move. Pulls back a little bit deeper, a little bit of chop, but overall picture 51.44 above the VWAP, and all in the green. So we finish upside on the YM, closing around 26.25, and NQ to the upside. There she was, closing out at 53.09. Very smooth, not as bad as the ES. A little bit of pullback, price action lifts, a little bit deeper pullback to the VWAP. You might have bailed there. Mid-session got the little lift, pullback, might have bailed out there too, and then you got your final lift on the NQ to the upside. For those of you who are trading the 6E, M6E, nice move. Overnight session was downside, got the little lift in the PM session, AM session, PM session, and there was 51.44 above the VWAP. A little concerning there too. 6E Euro really shouldn't be running the same direction as the indices. All right, let's jump to the key charts as we do so each day. Again, I wanted to show you here as we went through the three bottom charts, and we'll go to the top charts here. But I wanted to show you one of the abilities to stay in a trend like today. And a lot of times keeps people out of the market, bias in the head. Hey, this can't be this high. How can we be this high? Again, for whatever reason, we're up here. Momentum seems to be the story. Is it fundamentals? Is it innuendos out of Washington? Whoever knows what it is. But volume, regardless, if it's up, if it's down, We can look at a volume chart. We might see decreasing volume, but ticks are ticks when the charts are up, and that's exactly what we got. One of the studies here on Sierra charts is the super trend. We have Kiwi super trend, we have MML charts. There's a lot of different ways to stay in a trend. I like to keep it simple with the HA bars, Heikin Ashi bars here, guys. So what do we have today? We got ourselves an NQ move, solid Heikin Ashi bars upside, couple indicators to keep you in the trend. Whether you decide to go in and out today, that would have been fine. Piece of the pie, got a couple setups. If you decided to run it on 2 contracts, you would have taken one off. You would have let one go, and if you got taken out at break even, so be it. You just try to do it again. Now, one other ability to stay in the trend includes the super trend stop. I want to point that out today, one of the studies here. Here you have the 51.44 above the VWAP. Again, big picture is upside. You could have gone to a higher time frame, sure enough. 15 tick might have done the trick. But here the point is that you can use another trailing stop. You get yourself in a trend, you got the signals, everything's in the green, and you trail 1 to 2 bars back. You never trail right at the stop in case price action might come down right to the stop and then lift back up. So you keep it 1 down, that's all right. Once it breaks that line there, that's what might be a point where you bail. You already have a super trend line downside. And again, this was a nice counter trend move, but again, didn't make up for the beautiful move to the upside today. And there we go. Great example of using an additional study. For those of you looking to trail in any way, I recommend at least one. So if this is the one forming, then you take it 1 stop back, and that's where you keep your stop. So another great trailing method called Super Trend Stop, which there's actually some great videos out there on. All right, taking a look at crude. Crude, we came out with a build today on the numbers. Again, where'd we go? We didn't go very far. We came up, we came down, we didn't get very far in that. As we could see here, let's go to the daily gaps here on the CL charts. As we could see, there it is. We're just chopping in between this 50-55 range. I've been looking for the close out that 55.41 gap, but until then, I'd be glad to close out 52.67, 53.69 as the weeks and days roll by. All right, let's go back to the charts as we take a look at the CL. Again, didn't get very far. Attempted you got a little move here on the upside. Didn't see like it got enough ticks upside, so came back. You might have bailed as price action came back down. Now 51.44, all in the red as we lead into the Globex session tonight. Taking a look at the GC. Again, GC upside, indices upside. Wacko, right? Price action overnight, pre-market trend. There it is, downside. All you're looking for is the high probability setup. The high probability setup where exactly, just like the chart says, price action underneath the Heikin Ashi bars. The Heikin Ashi bars in trend underneath the 51.44 cloud, keeping you in the trend. All right, so there it was. GC got a nice lift, maybe held off until the 51.44 was above on the pullback. Very nice move here in the afternoon. I'm not saying you have to get every move there, Jedi traders. At least get a piece of the pie. That's all that's important, and not take a loss. All right, there we are on the 6J. Yen almost had a nice move there this morning, thinking that we were going to get a move up. Started to pull back some, and then right upside a little bit confusion here. Might have stayed out of this. The fact that 51.44 was below the cloud. Notice once that cloud got above the 51.44 and we got all charts in the green, then more of a promise upside. Nice 2 moves upside. Counter trend move. Leave it alone. All right, and finishing off on the 6E. 6E again, a nice overnight session. Let's go ahead and there we go. Overnight session. Midnight open, there it is, downside, 6E rolling downside, and bang, right back, clean upside, M6E, 6E, nice moves to the upside, 51.44, again, the most promising move right here, load up the contracts and let this one ride. I'm not saying about getting from here to here. Again, you can use MML levels, intraday if that's your type of style of trading, off the levels, Fibonacci levels, nothing wrong with it. Again, it's all about everybody getting some piece of the price action. All right, we mentioned before going to the 4-hour charts. I just wanted to point out there it is. There it is. Today, this morning. Again, we're running out of levels on the smaller time frames, 50-minute, 60-minute. We got to go to the 4-hour chart. We need to go to the daily. So right now, as we look at the daily charts, let's go to the ES first. All right, ES up here, pushing up 23.51. Again, 60-minute, 50-minute chart. There's our 23.51, pretty much 23.52 level. But if we go to, without any upper levels on the MMLs, we could start to look to up here anywhere 51 up to 57. But then we go to the 4-hour chart. We got ourselves a clean line in the sand, 23.60. 75. So as D-Boy from Mr. Top Step said today in his poll, where are we going first? We're going to 2,400 or 2,300? I got to go for the 2,400. Even though it's a little bit more of a push, we're right midway. Looking for the Globex to continue upside at least to 2375. I'll go with the 2375 at this point, and close enough to 2400. Well, we'll see what's up in the morning on the Globex. But there it is. There we sit. What a range. What a move. 2351 upper levels here. We still got a little bit more room. No 2400 up here except on the daily chart. Still holding above the 50 and the 200 period moving average. All right, looking at the ADX, how we doing? We must be back upside. No, not much move. There it is. Back down to 20 and holding right there. So might be a decision time. We'll see how the Globex session pans out. All right, let's take a look at our last chart. The NQ, there it was, 53.12, as I pointed out, as price action on the ADX finally clearing to the upside. Again, pushing the upper cores there. Directional movement index upside. Again, all good. HA bars is all you need. Price action, there it is, 53.12, 53.12, 15-minute chart finally reset itself. So we got all big pictures, 53.12. If we go to the NQ on the 4-hour chart here and the daily chart, we've already pushed up the daily. There it is on the 4-hour chart. So everything aligned at this point. 53.51, the next level upside. Again, we'll keep in mind to the downside that 52.34 downside, 52.92, and 52.73, all key levels all the way down to 51.56. Let's go back to that ES for a moment. Look at those downside levels in case we pull back. 23.28, 23.43 on the 15-minute, 23.35, and then 23.28 all the way down to 23.12. Range charts, plenty of room to come down and find support. All right, Jedi traders, as we lead into tomorrow econ calendar, boy, talk about Tuesday and Wednesday economic, the trending outlook from the beginning of the week. I said I was looking forward to Thursday and Friday. Well, obviously Tuesday and Wednesday we're thinking maybe we've just been held back. Who knows what the moves in the next 2 days will be. I hope it's not just chop. I hope we have reaction to the first 3 days here of the week, but we'll see what happens. We've got a couple Red Star events there, 3 to line them up tomorrow, including our T-bills in the afternoon, and then leaving out Friday as we roll into a Monday low volume session on an upcoming holiday. All right, that concludes an insight into the daily trend and technical momentum of the indices and key futures markets as we do each day. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra, one simple strategy. Any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. There's the discipline, guys. 51.44, throwing any moving average, throwing a VWAP, no matter. Price action underneath the cloud. As long as the cloud is underneath that moving average, even stronger. Use the swing size stops to manage your trade. Use the cloud, use the super trend stop as we showed you today. Hey, even if you miss a move like this and you take it in and out, it's okay. Watch for the swing high stop. That's a pullback, soft pullback. Price action leads back down. Higher risk on the pullbacks. Don't like them as much, but again, use the same trade management. Use the same trade management, and you'll give yourselves a probability of success. I didn't say 100%. I just said probability. Hey guys, you can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I really do only watch what's in front of me and on my charts, and as always, leave your buys at the door when trading. I know that's hard to do in this market as we continue upside, and you read the tweets and you read the articles and saying, no, we can't be up there. Everything's going to fall out of the sky. We just can't keep pushing. We keep pushing. Follow the charts. I'm ready in both directions. I'm right there with you. If we pull back, I'm right there with you to the downside as well. Hey guys, for those of you seeking or interested in joining us, our community of like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, david@tradingfibs.com. You may join me on any Thursday or Friday to view the live chart setups as they happen in the trading day. For those for the rest of the week, have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.